In this video, I will show you how to edit any template in After Effects easily. So let's get started. Alright fellas, so first of all, let us look inside the logo animation After Effects, which has the three files. The number one is the footage, number two is the After Effects project file, and number three is mostly the help. And right now it is compressed. You need to extract these files and save it at some directory. For now, you can simply select all files, or you can select this folder with the two dots and you can click on extract to, and you can use this tool which is called as WinRAR. So for that I will click on the desktop and I will create a new folder with a similar name, and I will click on OK to extract the files. Alright, so these are the extracted files, and your target is to open the fast glitch logo, which is the After Effects project file, and you need to double click on this. As soon as you double click on this, it will try to load the After Effects, and you need to wait here. And once it is done, you can see this kind of message that After Effects, this project must be converted from version 14.2.1. It is shown to you because this project is made in the older version of the After Effects, and you need to convert it so that you can use in the latest version of the After Effects. So for that you can simply click on OK. You might see some kind of errors because of fonts, missing fonts. You can ignore these kind of errors. And as you can see, I cannot see the default layout of the After Effects. For that, you can simply go to the default option here in the top right corner of the screen, and it will show you the default workspace of the After Effects. And for now, you can see the render here. This is the main composition that you want to render. We will see how we can render the final composition. This is the edit composition folder, and this is the others folder. You don't need to mess the others folder because it has all the dependencies or the nulls or the adjustment layers associated with it. If you delete any of these, for example the compositions, these folders are solids, your project might be missing some dependencies, so you won't be able to see the desired result. And you will see these kind of folders managed accurately. For changing the music, you can go inside the music. For changing the logo, you can go inside directly by double clicking on this. You don't need to go inside these compositions, and you will see very complex structure in that. And if you want to change the text, for example this is a text which is videohive.net, you can go inside that composition. And also you will see the control layer attached to all the compositions associated with the logo animation. If you click on this, you will see the tab here which is effects control. If you are unable to see this effects control tab here, for example I will close it, and for that you need to go to the window and make sure the effects and presets is selected as tick mark. And if still you are unable to see the effects in the tab, you simply need to click on this arrow. It will show you the effects here. Just open these effects and double click on any of these effects. You will see all the effects that will control the composition completely. For example, let me show you. If I change this, the logo will be zoomed in a little bit. As you can see, this is the control of the whole composition. So for now I will change the logo. So I will go inside this composition. It will navigate me directly to the logo where I need to replace the logo with mine. As you can see, this is the logo 2.png file. I will simply delete it and I will import my FLIXITY logo. And before importing anything, make sure to follow the correct naming conventions so that you do not mess up anything. And also make sure to keep everything right inside the footage folder or the videos or anything, so that you can see and manage everything very easily. So for now I can delete the logo 2.png, and I have FLIXITY logo.png, and I will drag it here. As you can see, it is too big to reside in these guidelines. As you can see, I can see the guidelines, which is the maximum height and width of the logo. If it goes out, it means that it will not render properly. For that, I will select my layer and I will hit S on the keyboard. It will open the scale and I will drag it to the left to make it a little bit of smaller. As you can see, it perfectly resides in the guidelines. And now you are done with the logo. And for the text, you can simply go to this text composition. I will go right inside it. As you can see, this is the videohive.net. I will write the name of the website, which is flixity.co. And in order to edit the text, you just need to double click on this. You will see the red highlight here, and you can simply click on this and you can edit anything you want. And if you want to change the font or anything, you can simply select all this text and you can go to this character tab here and you can select your font. For example, I'm going to select Microsoft and I will select bold, and this is the text. And let us go to the render tab. Now it will try to load the logo that we uploaded and the text that we changed. And as you can see, this is perfectly fit right inside the frame, and the logo is a bit of larger. But to preview all the effects that you are watching right now, make sure to keep the resolution to quarter so that it does not consume your CPU, RAM and GPU too much, so that you can easily see what is going on. As you can see, we have changed the logo, but the text is not displaying. It means that the logo is too much larger. We need to go back and rescale it a little bit smaller, and let's go back to the render. Now I can see the text here, which means that the logo size should be a bit of smaller. That's fine. So once you are done, if you are done with your editing, you just simply need to make sure you are in the correct composition. And once you are right inside the composition, you need to go to the composition and you need to click on add to render queue if you want to export it from the After Effects. And if you want to export it from the media encoder, you can click on media encoder queue. For now, I'm going to click on add to render queue. It will open the render queue settings here, and in the render settings you can select anything you want, and I have made a very special video on this. You can check that out too. But in the output module, I highly recommend to use the QuickTime because it is fast and very convenient. And for having the transparent background, you can select RGB plus alpha, and you need to click on OK. You need to specify the output to path. For example, I'm going to specify the desktop with the name FLIXITY. I will click on save, and I will press the caps lock because it will not use the RAM or CPU while I'm rendering. It will not show me the preview, and I will click on render. Once I click on render, it will try to render each frame one by one, and it will give me the best quality possible. Alright fellas, so that was it, and now you can easily edit any template that you want in the After Effects easily. And if you face any kind of issues, you can comment down below. I will try my best to respond you as soon as possible. Basically, the template in the After Effects is well structured, and you can easily understand what is going on by looking at the directories and navigating right inside the your desired composition to edit anything. So that's it guys, and see you next time. Thanks again for watching this video and have a nice day.